Hey everyone, what's going on? My name's Poppin. Welcome to yet another one of Rye's horror movie reviews. Today's review has been the most highly voted one you all want me to do. The sequel to Gremlins, Gremlins 2, The New Batch, or just basically Gremlins 2. Released in 1990 and the first in the Gremlins franchise to be rated PG-13. So, Gremlins 2 takes place in New York. Just sometime after the first film, we meet up with Billy again, reunited with Gizmo after his original owner, Mr. Wing, tragically passed in the opening scene. So Gizmo ended up in the hands of scientists, led by Dr. Carruthers, played by the late Christopher Lee. Rest in peace, Lee. Lee also played Dracula in the Hammer movies, and get this, he also had a role in the Middle Earth films, namely Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. He also played Count Dooku in two of the three films of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. Well, a little fun fact. Now, Gremlins 2 is basically the first film again, but in New York. And it takes place sometime before or after Christmas. It takes place in December, so yeah, that's a bit surprising. Now, Gizmo gets wet again, but this time rather than a bunch of gremlins. Mogwais. We got four Mogwais that turn to gremlins later. We got George and Lenny, both named after characters of Mice and Men, a popular story. Then we got Stripes incarnate. Then we got Mohawk, who is in fact Stripe 2.0, or a reincarnation of Stripe from the first film. And finally, the goofy, googly-eyed Daffy, named after the character from Looney Tunes. Oh, a little fun fact, guys. In the intro of this movie, we got treated some Looney Tunes cameos from Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. What's up, Doc? So yeah, this movie's more cartoony than horror, in which we got a lot of variants of gremlins throughout the entire movie. Not just the four I mentioned. Well, Mohawk turns into a spider gremlin, so we can simply cross that out. But we got more gremlins than just the spider gremlin, which is basically Mohawk. We also got, we got a vegetable gremlin, a female gremlin named Greta, a bat gremlin who was given sunblock, and he would later become a gargoyle statue after getting wet and dried from cement. And we got a brainy gremlin voiced by the late Tony Randall. He's quite smart. He wants to talk about. Follow that, we also got twin scientist gremlins, a secretary gremlin, a witch gremlin, an obvious reference to Wizard of Oz, Phantom of the Opera gremlin, which is an obvious reference to a classic monster from Universal. Oddly enough, Gremlins was made by Warner Brothers, not Universal. So surprisingly enough, there's no action taken from Universal on Warner Bros. I guess Phantom of the Opera was a classic one, so kind of have to acknowledge that. What else? We also got a night gremlin. And following that, we also got, we got more gremlins, like another Flasher gremlin, a gremlin with a Warner Bros. Logo for a tattoo, known as a Synergy gremlin, taken from Dead Meat's kill count on Gremlins 2. Following that, we also got a lot of party-going gremlins. No, we also got an electric gremlin. But when trapped in the phone, the electric gremlin became more cartoony. Missed opportunity for a Gremlins cartoon, in which we'll get to later. Now, the big finale was a big one. The electric gremlin just fried his own horde of gremlin fellows. And yeah, that includes the brainy gremlin, George, Lenny, and surprisingly enough, Daffy. Mohawk isn't in there because he was apparently taken out by Gizmo, pretty much now influenced by Rambo. So yeah, although only one gremlin survived, Greta. So yeah, so props to Greta for surviving the attack. At least she didn't have to go with her fellow gremlins. So yeah, so basically this movie would be the last time we ever see Gizmo or any gremlins in popular culture. Well, except Gizmo appeared in a Mountain Dew commercial. But there are some talks about a Gremlins TV show titled Gremlins: Secrets of the Mogwai, which is an animated series coming to Cartoon Network, in which we're going to get more Gizmo and a first look at Mr. Wing, who appears young. So turns out the animated show is a prequel to both the original and this film. What a nice little nod to it. So it's possible that a third Gremlins movie may be on the way someday, with with basically all the Mogwais and Gremlins being, well, done as usual, puppets and animatronics. None of that CGI crap in Gremlins. I mean, Gremlins and CGI, definitely not the same thing. I like to see them try with, well, like with critters or basically a CGI shark if they're ever going to try and reboot Jaws. So, good luck with that. So, good luck with trying to reboot Jaws. So, overall, Gremlins 2 is an okay sequel to the first film. Improved better. And oh, we got some cameos. We got cameos from Leonard Maltin, a film critic. Fun fact, Maltin himself actually reviewed the first film and he didn't like it. But he actually reviewed this movie and he actually liked it. And also, we got a cameo from one of the wrestlers from WWE, Hulk Hogan. So yeah, Hulk Hogan actually made a cameo in this movie. So wrestler actors got better over time due to the inimitable success from, well, The Rock and John Cena. Hey, can we get some movies with the Undertaker or the Bella Twins someday? I would really love that to happen. Overall, we got some cross promotional. We got a crossover. We got a promotional going on when a Bat Gremlin flew out of the lab. So the movie actually pretty much promoted the 1992 Batman Returns movie, which would come out 2 years later. So yeah, overall, I gotta say, Hulk Hogan making a cameo is not that bad. I'm surprised that wrestler actors from WWE gotten better over time, namely with The Rock and John Cena, already mentioned. And Hornswoggle even played that little reboot, even played rebooted Leprechaun in Leprechaun Origins. I mean, seriously, the way he portrayed Leprechaun, it doesn't seem like a leprechaun. It looks more like a goblin. No offense, Mr. Hornswoggle, sir. Overall, wrestler actors, they got better over time. Oh, even Dave Bautista played Drax. Now, Hulk Hogan and Gremlins, now that's a fun one. Maybe we can get more films with more wrestler actors, like The Undertaker or the Bella Twins someday? Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Overall, Gremlins 2 did better what the first film did. It improved better with a PG-13 rating. It's cartoony violence like Looney Tunes. Overall, it's not bad for a horror movie sequel, but at least there are hopes for Gremlins 3. So I give Gremlins 3, I give Gremlins 2 4 out of 5. Not bad. Well, actually, it's good for a sequel. Anyways, guys, this is Rye, and thanks for watching the review on Gremlins 2. If you have another horror movie suggestion, if you want me to review, leave them below in the comments, and I'll review them. Peace, you guys. Peace.